Come on, come. Oh, we're live already. Well, how's it going, guys? My name is Jared Bear Fuller. This is the Sunday video update for Sunday, March 13th, 2021. It looks dark on the screen. I don't know if it's just me or maybe it is just me. There's really not a lot of light. There we go. Well, maybe a little bit. Um, so the guy adjusting the lighting for me is my dad, who's joining me off camera this week. As soon as he gets done adjusting the light, he'll.
Yeah, that's better.
You gonna wave?
Hi.
And Amy is in the bedroom talking to her son, and so this week we're only going to go an hour. I assure you. Last week I had trouble speaking because of sinus drainage, and I told you that if I didn't feel well this week, I wouldn't be doing a Sunday video update this week. But I'm feeling pretty good right now, and I'm feeling well, and I will be able to speak this week, which might be a bore to all of you. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jared Bear. I usually go for about an hour uh, every Sunday from 3 o'clock Eastern until 4 o'clock. So about roughly an hour. Last week I threw in an extra bonus half hour because, as I said, I couldn't speak, but now I can speak. I'm feeling much better. So we're gonna get right to the week in review. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't too good either. It was okay. So Dad, we'll start with you. How was your week?
It was pretty decent. Had one death, and a friend of mine passed away, so I go pay my respects. And I just want to say to the family and everything, I'm sorry about your loss. You're a good man, and
Now, who are you referring to?
Dennis Kuhn.
Oh, Dennis Kuhn. Yeah.
Dennis Kuhn,
Dad was a friend of my dad's for good many years, and I think you worked together, didn't you?
Yeah, he worked with me and Gary and
Yeah.
Roy and all of us. Chip.
Right.
He's one of our crew.
So there was a big point to the week last week, actually just yesterday. And not to get into too many specifics because I don't want to give too much of this away, but I actually got to see my niece Montana yesterday. I went to my brother's house in Saginaw and visited with her, and I haven't seen her since she was a baby, so it's been 18 years. She's happy. She seems to be doing healthy. She's got a beautiful smile, and she's going to be graduating soon. And Uncle Jared and Grandpa are very proud of her, and we're hoping we'll get to attend the graduation ceremony. So congratulations, Montana. Uncle Jared and Grandpa love you very, very much. And it was an okay visit yesterday. Other than the fact that I couldn't get a word in edgewise because people like to talk over one another, they shout and yell, and it's like, well, I'd like to have a conversation with my niece, whom of which I haven't seen in 18 years, just to ask how she's doing, just to carry a conversation, but that wasn't possible because other people were, they were just yelling and shouting over one another, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, and Montana's a shy girl too. So, but Montana, you don't have to be shy around Uncle Jared. You can talk to Uncle Jared and Grandpa anytime. You don't have to be shy about anything. I know that it would be your first time actually remember seeing us because we haven't seen you in so many years. But yeah, the last time I saw her, she was a baby. And well, we'll give her the phone numbers. We'll give her our contact information. We don't have to do that here. We can do it in private at Wayne's if there is no if, we will see her again eventually. But yeah, that was the high point of the week, of my week anyway. So this week, I'm not sure what's going on this week. Yeah, we're expecting warm weather. We're supposed to be in the low to mid 60s by Valentine's Day. Holy Christ. St. Patrick's Day. Valentine's Day was last month, Jared. Not Valentine's Day. We're over Valentine's Day. St. Patrick's Day, it's supposed to be around 62 degrees. And Dad is eager to get his motorcycle out. And yeah, I don't know. If I've got the money, I'm going for a ride. I'm taking off. Yeah, hopefully the gas prices are going to decline by St. Patrick's Day, but I don't see that happening because of everything going on in the Ukraine right now with Ukraine and Russia, which had ultimately affected our gas prices. Don't get them barking when I'm trying to talk. But anyway, with everything going on overseas, that ultimately affects the gas price. Hopefully by St. Patrick's Day, the prices will go down. I don't really want to pay a lot of money, but who does? I mean, we got to have it to get around. We got to have it to communicate or to commute, not communicate, to commute. That's the word I'm looking for. But anyway, yeah, we're expecting warm weather. We did have a burst of snow this morning. It came through rather quickly. Actually, was it overnight?
Probably. I don't know.
I think it was overnight or the night before we had a nice burst of snow come through. And then it was just a quick hit here and gone. But well, we got about an inch of snow out of the deal. It wasn't too bad,
So
but it's melting quickly.
Yeah, so if you want to change the weather, wait 5 minutes. Here in Michigan, it will change.
Yeah, that's our motto. If you want the weather to change, just wait 5 minutes.
Well, one day out the door in the spring, the next day it's winter.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And the sun can play tricks on you. Because although it may look warm outside, it's not. It was, 20 degrees yesterday? That was a daytime high. And today it's supposed to be in the 30s, I think. 30s or 40s. I didn't see the fork. I must have fell asleep before I watched the forecast last night. This is showing that it's currently 33, but I don't know how accurate that is. What's that?
With the wind blowing, it's probably 17 or 20 at least.
I don't know. It's showing an actual ambient air temperature. But anyway, other than seeing my niece, of which I haven't seen in years, the week was okay. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't really all that good. It was just kind of a blah week. Like I haven't even really been on Facebook a lot this past week. I've been spending a lot of time writing in the journal. I had written some new poetry. I haven't really been on Facebook a lot. I've been keeping in contact with friends, of course, text messages and emails and messages and Facebook Messenger. But other than that, I really haven't. It's been kind of a blah week. Hopefully this week will be better. I want to be a lot more energetic and more, apt to get up and do things. But when you just don't have the energy, you really don't feel like doing anything. But I want to thank those of you who've been keeping in touch in any and every way possible, whether you've been calling me or texting me or emailing me or messaging me on Facebook Messenger. I appreciate all the communication, all of the interactions. I appreciate that deeply. And chat log is open. I did leave a message in there. You can come in and say hello. Yeah, I think you have to be a subscriber before you can actually come in and talk and chat. But the minute you come in here acting a fool, you're adios. And I have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to trolls and people being stupid and belligerent and full of shit in my chat log. So your positive comments are always welcome. If you want to say hi, I'll say hi back, maybe. But we'll see where the conversation goes. And so I'm always optimistic and I'm open to the possibility of getting more people coming in who aren't trolls. And, we'll come in and have a nice conversation. So is there anything else you wanted to talk about, Dad?
No, it's all right.
I don't get any input from Amy. Well, and I'm not giving her a hard time. She knows I'm just, I just put that out there, but she's actually on the phone with her son, which is a good thing. I don't mind that. My brother Wayne actually did come out with his Uncle Donald on Friday. It came out from Saginaw. He wanted Dad and I to meet him over at Granny's Kitchen, and we had their all-you-can-eat fish. Did Amy know about that?
Yeah.
Okay, because if she didn't, she does now. But yeah, it was my brother Wayne, his Uncle Donald. Now would be his uncle and not mine because it's his mom's brother. Wayne and I have the same dads but different moms. So it was me and my brother Wayne and Dad and Wayne's Uncle Donald.
And my ex-brother-in-law, well, which is Donald.
I just said Wayne's
Yeah,
uncle.
which
So
is weird.
it would be his ex brother-in-law,
Which
yes.
is weird. But
Um,
we had good dinner.
but it was okay.
Talked,
We had Franks and beans before we went over there,
Yeah.
and I was already filled up on Franks and beans. And then Wayne says, "You want to meet us over in Oakley?" And I said, "Well, I'm not going to go unless Dad goes." And Dad says, "Yeah, what the hell? Let's go over there." I mean, Wayne was in the area, and it would be kind of a waste, for him to come out here and not see us, although he can always stop in anytime. But we decided, we'll go over there because they probably just want to get back to Saginaw after they leave from the restaurant. So we went over there anyway and had a nice little dinner, nice little chat. And I guess as Wayne's Uncle Donald, my dad's ex-brother-in-law, wants Dad to go fishing with him when it starts to warm up during the spring and summer months, which is fine. I don't think Dad has a problem with it.
That shocked him because I went to his grandma's funeral and his brother, his uncle, his brothers, whatever. And I think it shocked him that I was there at those because,
Right.
I'm not married to Wayne's mom no more, but
Haven't been for years. Yeah.
It was cool.
But yeah, it was a nice little visit. This week, I'm not sure what's happening this week, but I do know, I don't know what I'm doing this week, but I know for sure that we're going to get warmer weather this week, and I'm looking forward to that.
You got $400 check.
What $400 check?
We're supposed to get one.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I had kind of a confused, like what
It's a
400?
gimmick, I think.
Yeah. So there's that. It'd be nice if I mysteriously or miraculously got a $400 check. I don't know what he's talking about, but if I did get a $400 check in the mail, hey, kudos to me. I have no idea what he's talking about, but I think you're losing it, Dad. I have no idea. It's not a stimulus check because they're not sending out any more stimulus checks. The thing is if I'm not hearing it on the news, then it can't be true. And I know there's going to be some people saying something about that. Oh, Jared listens to, mainstream media or whatever. No, basically, they're getting these reports from the government. If there will be another stimulus, then they're going to report on that. If not, then they won't report on it. I've been doing a few Google searches myself, and as far as I can tell, Michigan is not sending out any more stimulus checks. I'm not even sure what's going on with that. It's and the thing is, with the gas prices being so high, everything's going up. Stimulus checks might actually help us again, but the thing is, what I think is happening now is we're paying back all the money because nothing is free. And all these people who are all, giddy and hyped up about, oh, we're getting all this free money. No, you got to pay it back eventually in some way.
But did you notice though? We did get that so much checks, but now everything went up.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So
we got the stimulus checks and then everything went up. Yeah.
By raising your gas and your taxes and everything.
Yep.
Else.
Nothing's free.
No.
That you got to pay that back.
You own your homes.
No, we don't own our property, although we pay the taxes on it. But as I always say, we're paying rent to the state.
Yeah, don't pay it, they take it.
They can, yeah. If you don't pay your taxes to the state, they can seize your property and auction it off, and they will get their money. It's like if they, like say for example, if you financed a car and you don't make the payments, well, the bank can repossess it. They can auction it off, and then they'll get their money that you initially owed your financial institution. Yeah. So it's a mess, and but that's everything nowadays. Nothing is free, and I've been saying this, or at least speculating on this for the longest time about the stimulus checks, is that, nothing's free. We're going to be stuck paying all this money back in some way, shape, or form. And I think that's what's happening here. Although the Ukraine-Russia crisis, that thing going on, that has everything to do with the prices of everything going up.
They give or take, but with the government, they're take.
Yeah. Well, but anyway, enough of that. I don't know much more about that other than what I can actually talk about. We're not getting any more stimulus checks, not here in Michigan anyway. So anyway, moving on. I have not heard from. Actually, I can't say that either. My cousin Samantha was here last week, and she brought Zoe over, my cousin Zoe, and it was really awesome to see her. She's getting big. She's going to be 15 soon. And yeah, she looks identical to Samantha, to my cousin. Samantha has not yet started a YouTube channel. She's been talking about it. And I also wanted to point out that Samantha had taken my advice, and she went to a Peer 360 meeting, a group here in Chesaning. And she says it was a positive experience, which I'm grateful for. And because I've attended one of those meetings, and they're really powerful meetings. I'm not going to give away anyone's information or talk about what they discuss, because that's meant to be confidential, and I don't want to give away any of that information publicly. But I'll just say that they are powerful meetings, and they do bring a tear to your eye when you just sit there and listen to the stories. Samantha said she got a lot of positive from that, and she wants to make it a regular thing to go back to the meetings every Thursday night. So to help promote my friend Janice, because it's her business, it's right in town where Rojas Carpets used to be on M57, right across from Muffler Man. It's a Peer 360 group for recovering drug addicts and alcoholics and substance abuse, and I think mental health. I think she specializes in that as well. Every Thursday night, I want to say it's 6 o'clock, 6 or 6:30 is when they have the meetings. So if you're local, if you're from Chesaning, Owasso, St. Charles, Oakley, Brant, the surrounding areas of Chesaning, and if you or someone you know is struggling with substance abuse, Janice Eichholt is a fantastic, remarkable lady, and she helps a lot of people. And I am more than happy to plug her business for her here in my Sunday video update. So, again, kudos to Samantha. I hope she gets all the help she can get from those groups. And Janice is a remarkable lady. She does a lot of wonderful things for people who are struggling with substance and alcohol addiction and abuse and things like that. So I'm happy to plug her business for her. So what else to talk about? I'm not sure. Dad went to, actually, I know what I can talk about. Dad and Amy attended a benefit, or I don't want to say a benefit dinner. It was more like a memorial for Aunt Joyce, our Aunt Joyce who passed away. Maximum capacity, by what my cousin Amanda, would be my Aunt Joyce's daughter. My cousin Amanda was telling me that the maximum capacity at the Oakley Hall is 150 people, and there were well over 150 people. There were at least, I don't know, about 200 people, 250 people. There were a lot of people. There were so many people, you couldn't sit down. You couldn't find a place to park. There were people lined up all the way out the door. They were standing outside. Dad said it was a great turnout. My grandpa Fuller was there, and he sat down with Dad and Uncle Tim and Uncle Danny and my Aunt Cheryl. They were all together sitting at the same table, which I don't know. I think that's cool. So, but again, it's a shame that it takes for someone to die to bring people together when we should be getting together anyway. But yeah, nobody wants to make the first step. And I think that's awful. Because we're not going to live forever, and we need to see each other more often, and we need to, spend as much time as we can. I could have went last week, right? I could have went last week, but I decided to hang back and do the Sunday video update. And this is not a repeat. This is not a repeat from last week, I promise. I will be able to talk. I was going to go last week, and I probably should have, but even with the cough situation, it was probably best that I didn't go anyway. Um, just because I don't want to infect anybody. If I was sick, I don't want to get anybody else sick. So at least I'm caring enough not to get anybody else sick with anything.
Give a shout out to Michael. He's doing good.
My cousin Mikey.
Yep.
Okay, my cousin Michael Harris. I just got the report from Dad. My cousin Michael is doing great. So he's home.
Yep, he's home.
Good deal. Good deal.
Good.
And there were a couple of other things I guess I can talk about. It's not a big deal. I had written to a couple of cancer warriors, and yeah, I had interacted with them, and yeah, they we're connected. I mean, we're talking, and I've been keeping in contact with some new friends that I've made via text message. It's been great. So, and I'm not going to give any names, but yeah, so there's that going, and I'm really happy that I could, lift someone's spirits, because I don't hear that all the time. I don't hear every day from people saying, "Oh, you made a difference in my life," or "You lifted my spirits."
Your dad even said it.
And yeah, the Warriors' dad even said that, it was a wonderful thing you did, and that's all I can do. I just do the best I can every day, and I try to make the best of bad situations, because I've been in those situations. So, but yeah, anytime I hear that, it makes me happy. It kind of brings a tear to my eye, because that's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to show people that they're not alone, and that those of us who've lived through that and survived it, we know what it is, and we are more than happy to reach out and help in any way we can, whether it's just a letter or a simple conversation and email or messenger or text message.
Hi or hello.
And no matter what it is, they've got the support. And, this entire time that I've been talking about childhood cancer, I actually had to revise part of my story, because I always used to think that I was getting chemo and radiation at Sparrow in Lansing. I actually had the nephrectomy, the kidney removal, at Sparrow and Lansing, but I was getting chemo and radiation in East Lansing. Here all this time, I thought I was getting the chemo and radiation at Sparrow, but no, I just had the kidney removal surgery at Sparrow, and all of my treatment, chemo, radiation, was in East Lansing. So I had to,
At the clinic.
yeah, at the clinic. So I had to revise that on my Facebook profile, and now I'm just going to make it known and put on public record that I have been mistaking that the entire time. So I don't want to confuse anybody, but that is what I do. When I learn new information, I like to pass that along. So yeah, East Lansing is where I had my chemo and radiation. And it was just at Sparrow where I had my kidney removal surgery. My mom confirmed it, and Dad even just now said, yeah, it was at the
But I can remember taking you there.
at the radiology department. Yeah, right on MSU, right on the campus of Michigan State University. Right off Hagedorn. Yeah, right off Hagedorn. And most people, it's funny too, because a friend of mine named Kelly, she goes over to the same place where I used to have to go. She goes over on Service Road at radiology because she's got lupus. And she goes to East Lansing, not for chemo, but for checkups and appointments and things. And so we have those conversations a lot of the time. It's like, I used to go there when I was a kid in East Lansing. It's just amazing that we have that going on. She doesn't have cancer. She's got lupus, but all the more she goes to the same place where I used to go when I had cancer, or when I had to go for my checkups. And one of those people that I am actually speaking to now, another friend that I've made, their son goes to Sparrow, and they see Dr. Scott. And I understand, Dad, that what I've been hearing about Dr. Scott is true. He is partly retired now.
Oh,
He is
really?
partly retired.
Yeah. Well, that's been a long time though.
Dr. Scott, yeah, Dr. Scott,
Gotta be in his 80s now.
he graduated from MSU Medicine in 1977. He is a Sparty grad. But he studied pediatric oncology in Nigeria because he comes from a long line of medical. His whole family is into medicine. They've majored in medicine, and he's actually a professor as well as a pediatric oncologist. So Dr. Scott is an amazing guy, and I love him dearly. And on March 2nd, I had emailed Dr. Scott and told him that, it was 33 years ago today when all this went down, and he emailed me back a couple days later because, he's busy and he sees other kids and stuff. And he emailed me back really brief, and he says, I embrace you and I appreciate your kind words. And so it's always nice to get an email from Dr. Scott. I don't hear from Dr. Gare anymore. Dr. Kulkarni, I haven't heard from her in a while. Kelly and Lori. Kelly and Debbie.
Debbie, them were great ladies.
Because there was Debbie and Deborah. So there were two of them.
Yeah,
there was Debbie and Deborah, and then Kelly. I don't even know their last names, but I know who he's talking about. When I had my checkups in East Lansing, they were the receptionists behind the desk at the radiology department. They're really sweet ladies. I remember seeing them when I was a kid. And I remember actually getting my first dose of survivor guilt at that clinic. I was probably maybe 4 years old. There was a young kid who came walking in, and he was bald, and he had nothing but a hospital gown on, one of those, you just wrap it around him. And he was pulling one of those poles behind him. And I remember I was little. I had my Jerry Bear in my arms, and I'm just kind of looking on him. I'm kind of leaning down and says, it's not polite to stare. Don't stare at people, And it kind of stuck with me for the rest of the time. And on the way back home, because we had our 87 Cavalier station wagon, Dad turned on the radio, and Bette Midler's song From a Distance had come on the radio. And I started to cry. I was in the back seat, and I had my Alf blanket over me. I was a big fan of Alf back in the day. I had my Alf blanket over me and my Jerry Bear, of course, my sidekick, and I'm sniffling under the blankets. And Ma turned the radio down and says, what's wrong, son? What are you crying for? I said, that kid had cancer, right? He was bald. And she says, yeah, he was sick. Is that what's got you upset? Yeah. So that's when I actually got my first real feeling of survivor guilt, because someone else had gone through what I had gone through. I know the feeling. You don't forget that. You don't forget things like that. And it's sad.
So if there's anyone out there that wants to talk about that,
well, they know they've always got me. In spite of what anybody naysayers have to say, I know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you ever need to talk for anything, if your kid has cancer, or if you're a parent who's had to go through that, or if you're currently going through that, reach out to me and we can have the conversations.
What gets me is people that their children's never been through that or ever had no one else. They say, well, we know how you feel. No, you don't.
No, you don't. You don't know how.
If you've had their child go through that situation or one, you don't know. So don't tell me.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
No, but you don't tell me, well, I know what you're going through, because we are going to have some words.
Yeah.
You don't know how hard it is on parents, mom and dad, to have to go through that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Does anyone want to talk to you or talk to me or
ask
me questions to you? That's fine.
Yep, absolutely.
We'll explain it to them the best of our knowledge.
Because my mom always talks about that too. I'll ask her questions, and she's kind of apprehensive in sharing or reiterating the details because she doesn't want to relive that. And I keep telling her, Mom, I know it's hard, it's painful to talk about and reliving that. I said, but we're not reliving it. We're just having the discussion, because the more I know about what I went through, the more I can help someone else going through what I went through. So this is not meant to be painful, although it is painful. I understand where she's coming from. it is painful to talk about that, but that's not the point of why I strike up these conversations. Because like I said,
other people that
yeah,
don't know about what's going on, that would like to know information from people that
yeah,
through it.
yeah, they want to hear directly from someone who went through that. So I,
from experience,
I have personal experience, and I have a history with Sparrow Hospital, and I have a history with just the capital area of Michigan in general, having spent so much time there. So, yeah, one of the parents that I'm talking to now, her son goes to Sparrow, and he sees Dr. Scott, and Dad, you wouldn't believe it, but they were having a Nerf gun war.
Oh, Nerf gun war, huh? Cool.
Dr. Scott came in, he peeked through the door where the little guy is, and he's shooting those Nerf bullets, and that kid's just laughing.
Cool.
It's like, yep, that's the Dr. Scott I knew. That's the Dr. Scott I know. Yep. He makes it as, he tries to make it less frightening and less scary for the kids. Like when I used to go to East Lansing for my checkups, he always used to tell me to lay flat on my back, and he'd lift my shirt up so he could check my stomach. And he would kind of push down a little bit to check for lumps. I remember that. And he'd tickle me a little bit, and I kind of, he says, what's wrong? Why you jumpy? And he's tickling me, and Mom and Dad would sit there and laugh, and he'd take the reflex hammer and thump me on the kneecap, and he'd say, kick, Dr. Scott, kick. Well, I don't want to kick you. And Dr. Scott, well, shoot my knees. And then you and I go, yeah. He says, kick. I said, I don't want to kick you. He says, kick. And he thumped the knee because he was checking my reflexes. And I'd have to put my hands up against his, and he'd say, push, push, push. So I remember doing all that stuff. Oh, and the McDonald's French fries. Yeah, we used to take a McDonald's French fries all the time. Yeah, it was just so many memories. And my Jared Bear came from Sparrow, from the gift shop. So that's how I got the nickname Jared Bear for all my new viewers. That's how I got the nickname Jared Bear, because I was named after my teddy bear, Jared Bear. So there you go. So it traces back. I've got history with childhood cancer, and I've got history with the city of Lansing and East Lansing, of course. So there's all kinds of memories and all kinds of information that traces back to a time when my family was really, really on the outs. They didn't know whether to shit or go sailing. And it's a scary thing to have to go through and to watch your child go through the most horrific shit ever. And I wouldn't wish it on anybody. But yeah, I've talked about that quite a bit. I've been here for a little over a half hour. That first half hour does go by quick, and it feels great to be talking again. It feels great to actually be speaking again, because last week, if you were watching last week, it was a shit show trying to talk and couldn't because my sinuses were constantly draining, and I'm clearing my throat and coughing, and I left the camera like twice. That's not the case this week. I'm feeling great this week. And again, I don't know what my plans are. I don't know what I have planned for this week. Hopefully some more conversations with wonderful people, whom of which I've met and come to know. Yeah, other than that, I mean, everything here is going pretty good. I've been hanging out in my bedroom a lot, though, lately. And while I do have access to social media, of course, that's all the time, 24/7, I have access to social media. I've just been kind of feeling out of it. Like I don't have energy. I'm not as enthusiastic as I usually am. I just have my good and bad days like everybody else. I feel something coming. I don't know if it's depression or maybe it's just the wintertime blues. Maybe I'm just sick of the cold fucking weather and the snow, and I want to go out and enjoy the days without, having issues with weather. But that's nature. That's bound to happen. There's nothing I can do to stop it. But being cooped up inside does get to a person after a while. And, I'm just tired of trying to beat the wintertime blues. Spring is right around the corner, And, I'm looking forward to the warmer weather, although I'm allergic to the sun because of cancer treatments and stuff. But at least I can go outside. At least I can get in my van and drive and go places and check things out. Which, by the way, um, the plans that I had, if the gas prices decide to decline, if the gas prices aren't expected to incline any more than what they already are, I would like to do some traveling this year. Um, there's some friends of mine who live in Kentucky who want me to come down and meet them and hang with them for probably, I don't know, maybe a day or two. We haven't really talked much about me coming down to visit yet. Um, I also wanted to go to the joining of Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana, where all the states come together. And I want to put together a video for that. Also, I I want to go out on Mackinac Island. I really want to go out on the island. I have never been on Mackinac Island. I've been to Mackinac City. I've been to Sheboygan. I've been to St. Ignace. I've been to places all along Highway 2 in the Upper Peninsula, but I have never been on Mackinac Island. If I get to go this year, probably in June, perhaps, that'd be the best time to go. Um, I'm going to save up some money and scoot up that way and go out on the island. And I'm going to have my camera with me, and I'm going to take some pictures and video, and I'll see what I can do about putting together a video for my YouTube channel here. Because I want for other people to see Mackinac Island and to see what we have here in Michigan. There's so much here in Michigan. I made a new friend on Facebook. She used to live in Texas, and she's lived here in Michigan now for about 10 plus years. And there's still a lot of history about Michigan, or a lot of things about the state that she has no fucking clue what it is. She's never heard of it. And I said, well, stick with me. I'll educate you on a few things. And one of the first things I told her about was the floating post office. And she says, floating post office? I said, yeah. Michigan is the only state in the entire nation, in the entire United States, that has a floating post office. Now, what is a floating post office? Well, let me put on my trusty 4 eyes here, and I will pull up Google, and I will do and I will read this information to you. Floating post office. Okay. In Michigan, it's the J.W. Westcott II. It's the name of a ship, or a boat, rather. J.W. Westcott II is a boat known for its delivery of mail to ships while they are underway. It operates out of Detroit, Michigan, and is the only floating zip code in the United States. Yeah. Yep, on the Detroit River. Yeah. Post office is in Free Soil, Michigan, which is, let's see here, Free Soil, Michigan. Let's see. Well, that's Free Soil would be up in Mason County. That's up by Ludington. So I don't know why it would say Free Soil. Now I'm a bit confused. The only floating post office, world's only floating post office is Kashmir Kashmir. Let me read that again. World's only floating post office in Kashmir, been in service for 200 years. But it's not the only floating post office. I just read to you the J.W. Westcott II, which is a boat known for its delivery of mail to ships while they are underway. It operates out of Detroit, Michigan. It's the only floating zip code in the United States. But it's not the only one in the world, which is what this article is saying. So it's incorrect. But anyway, that's what Michigan has. Of course, we're known for General Motors and Kellogg cereal. Gerber baby food originally came from here. Carhartt menswear had come from here. Just so many different products. Vlasic pickles, I think, are made here in Michigan. Um, yeah, a lot of different things. Dow, anything made by Dow or DuPont, that's in Midland. Because now it's not just Dow Chemical, now it's Dow DuPont. Yeah, there's a lot of things here in Michigan that most people probably aren't even aware of that originated from here. And Michigan has a lot of, you know, we have a lot of locations or a lot of things that are only here, that are only made here, which I find fascinating. I'm always interested to learn more about Michigan's history. Um, what I would like to do is check out the library, the Michigan State Library in Lansing, which is just right down the street from Capitol Building. I want to check that out. I don't know if you got to pay to get in. It'd be, I would assume you might have to, but I'm not sure. Actually, I can check that right now. I can do another Google search. Gee, why didn't I think of that a few minutes ago? I would imagine they might make you pay a cover charge, but let's see, Michigan State Library. Oh, MSU library is in East Lansing, but there is actually a library in Lansing. Michigan Library. Okay, it's the Michigan Library Association. That's what I'm talking about. I know there's a building, another one of the just down the street from Capitol Building. It's on Michigan Avenue. It's like right down from Sparrow. It's another state building, but it's Lansing, so you're going to find lots of state buildings in Lansing and Detroit. But Lansing is our capital. But yeah, there's a lot I want to do this year. Are you still planning on going up to Mackinac Island with me? Yeah, well, that's what I said here. It's going to depend on the gas prices, but if gas prices decline by, I don't know, June maybe, I wouldn't mind planning a trip. I want to get up to Iron Mountain again to see my friends, and there are some new friends that I have to meet that we've only been communicating via Facebook, but I'd like to meet them in person. And looking forward to that. And I'll have to contact them on Facebook because I'm currently friends with them, and we'll make some arrangements. Actually, as soon as I plan a trip to go back up to Iron Mountain again, I'm going to let them know that, hey, I'm going to be in town. I'm coming to Iron Mountain. I'm coming up to see you. So maybe we can all meet somewhere. We can meet back at my friend's house or meet at a park or somewhere, because it's another family and they're friends of my friends, which are now, of course, my friends. And their son is also a cancer warrior, and he goes to, I want to say Madison for treatment. I think it's not Milwaukee, or is it? It's one of them. I think it's Madison because it's Madison, I think, has a university hospital. That's where my late girlfriend used to go. She went to Madison for her treatments and things like that. And I say late girlfriend because she passed away a few years back. And I miss her every day. I think about her a lot. But yeah, when I make another trip up to Iron Mountain, I'm going to have to notify some people and let them know, hey, I'm going to be in town. If you want to do a little, get together, maybe have a barbecue or do something. I don't care what we do as long as we do it. That'd be great. I can make my taco salad. Who knows? We'll plan something for sure. Because I make a good taco salad, which I haven't made in a long time, Dad. I'm surprised I haven't gotten requests for my taco salad. Lately it's been chili. People want me to make my chili. I make a kick-ass chili. But I'll have to make my taco salad again if I can remember how to do it. Yes, I remember how to do it. I'm just fooling. I remember how to make my taco salad. My neighbor's been requesting my taco salad. Which, by the way, reminds me, I haven't seen him in a long time. Oh, he's working. Okay.
On the bridges.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, he's working on bridges across the state. Yeah, really good money. Really good money. But anywho, trying to think what else can I discuss. I'm not sure what else I can discuss, Dad. I've run out of things to talk about. Usually you or Amy will mention something and I'll just, dovetail off of that, but I don't know. Now you've got me a little confused. She's hollering. What's that? Oh, Amy says that I still love him. Well, of course I do. Of course I do. I'm just not sure what else to talk about. I'm out of things to discuss. And we're almost at the end of the show. We got another 15 minutes left of the show, and then it's alive. Ladies and gentlemen, it's alive. It's coming out of the fucking bedroom.
The thing I wanted to talk about, Jared, that I came out for.
Okay, so Amy's joining us off camera.
Why, when like a parent passes,
yeah,
the siblings are fighting over everything?
Because
this one took more of the stuff, and this one didn't take hardly anything. So this one and this one's going to get the inheritance, but this one's not because it took everything. It's just a shamble after someone passes away.
It's childish, ridiculous, childish bullshit.
It's going to turn down to this probate court.
Yeah,
that's what my sister's doing. She's taking it to probate.
And what Amy's referring to is her mom passed away.
22nd.
On the 22nd of February, she passed away. And, they've had the funeral. They've had all the arrangements and everything. They've already done all that.
But buried her dad in the wrong
spot. Well, that's another story. But
but he's trying to make me laugh.
Yeah, they buried her dad in the wrong spot. He's been sleeping in the wrong spot for the past 5 years. I say sleeping very loosely, but. And that is kind of funny. But anyway, what Amy's talking about is the fact that there's a lot of fighting with the siblings now after her mom passed away. Yeah, it's her sister and her brother. I don't care. I'll say it. It's her sister and her bitch ass brother. Both of them.
And he not only took stuff that was my mother's.
Yeah.
But he also took other people's stuff, like that Jill McNish that was living there.
That he had no business taking in the first place. Now
I don't even know what he took for me.
And the thing is, was there a written will?
Yes, Martha has the written will. And Martha's supposed to get 25% of the house and the inheritance.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to get 20. Joe's supposed to get 20. Well, now Martha's talking about taking it to probate and asking if there's any way that we can shove him out of his inheritance and just me and my sister get it.
Which is
wrong.
But she's got a point. Would mom want him out there with that inheritance money and using it on alcohol and shit?
No.
Well, but if your mom had it written out and it was notarized legally, don't they have to go by that?
Not unless probate. You go to probate court.
It's got to go to probate
court.
Probate court. It's got to go to probate because you got to sell the house and everything.
Yes.
Right.
But like Martha said, when it goes to probate, she can let them know, hey, this is what happened. This is the way my sister and I would like it if we can.
See, because I don't know how any of this stuff works. I've never been through that before, but it seems to me like there's some legality associated with a written will. Like you get it notarized.
My biological grandmother had a And
No,
in her
no, a
will.
notarized will.
Yes.
It was notarized.
Yep.
And I know
And-
someone will probably give me grief about, oh, Jared, you're wrong. Well, I fucking am wrong because I don't know
And-
really how that works.
Right. See, and when Grandma passed away, she gave us all $400 for the inheritance. All me and my brother and my sister had to say to our uncle was, we do not feel he deserves that money. And the only reason why we feel that is because he's going to go and drink it up and blow it where it don't need to be blown.
See, and it's just stupid to have a.
But then they should have still went to him, even if he did that. It's
Yeah, well, see, that's what
money.
that's what I'm saying. If there's some legality, if she had it written in that certain way, it seems like legally it wouldn't matter if he's abusing it. If that's how she had it written, that's how it would have to go.
That's what I thought
But
too.
the
But
thing
yeah,
is, they're all adopted by the Marons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all
They
adopted.
weren't,
Yeah,
blood
siblings.
children to them kids.
No.
Or blood siblings.
see, and
They were
that's.
all adopted.
But I just need to get that off.
Well, no,
my
I'm glad.
chest.
I'm glad you did because I honestly don't know how any of that works. My parents
You know,
are
we
still
just-
alive,
died.
and
I just know what my sister said, that she's
but she could be wrong too.
been told by the courts that she can
Yeah.
do to my brother. So,
That's what she said to you.
Yeah, that's what she said.
and there is a possibility, that it can be.
But
A possibility,
Well,
but
she
we
just
don't
said
know.
If I wanted to,
She could be lying to you.
when they took all that stuff out of my mom's house,
yeah.
I could have took them to court
Well, yeah.
I don't.
for
All
my
three
part
are
of the
adopted.
inheritance.
But you guys are all
I guess
adopted.
time will tell. I mean,
Yeah, but
Right.
I look at it this way: over the years, what you get. You cannot get nothing as
it's-
long as you got those memories to cherish and remember.
You know what we
That's
did?
all you
know what-
need.
You know what happened when my mom got killed and we did what we did? We separated. We all got together and said, okay, what would you like?
Yes.
Well-
What would you like?
That's
Take
what
that.
Martha was gonna do, but he screwed it all up.
see, the thing is, I said this to my mom and my dad, both of them. I don't give a fuck about money. I don't care about material possessions. I want my mom and dad here.
See, that's like
When
me.
they're gone, that's it. That is it. And the last thing you want to argue and bitch about is who gets what, who gets this, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
When you've lost the most valuable, most treasured thing
Their lives.
in your
Why-
life.
Why? Excuse me, Jared. Why at that time of grief,
Would you start saying, well, I'm taking this? and I'm
Yeah,
taking
Yeah.
that,
it's so
and-
stupid.
and then take it before the older sibling?
Oh, is
siblings-
she dead yet? Is she dead yet? She's got her fucking hand out waiting for something. Is she dead yet? Is she
And
dead yet?
No, she's been doing real good. I
Well-
give her credit. I honestly don't think half the stuff that Joe said she did or said was not
And-
true,
and
because I can't believe
Which proves my point again that I don't believe him or her what they say. Because
I saw the copy of Joe's will,
you just
but
don't
it
know.
wasn't notarized.
No, it wasn't
Well,
no good.
Then it's null and void.
Did you notice that
boy.
when you were looking at it when he had it out here?
Boy, it has to have the seal on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Martha's has the seal.
But anyway,
But I will let you go.
no, I'm glad you brought it. I don't know much about it unless I actually see it with
What
my own
happens,
two
what
eyes.
happens. Okay, let's just put it that way. Whatever happens.
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you brought it up. It was something on your chest and you got it off your chest. So
It's
that's
been bothering me and eating me alive.
Good,
And
good to
and
hear.
I just want to go and tell my
Maybe.
brother.
Get that hair off your chest.
get that hair off your chest. Okay. That's a hell of a thing to say.
Oh, well.
Well, I didn't know you
Well,
were into
yeah,
hairy
yeah, it
chested
was
women,
funny.
Dad.
It was funny.
Yeah, but Dad, that falls back on you. I didn't know you were into hairy chested women.
Oh, man.
But
Telling his secrets. He's telling his secret.
no, I shaved today, Jared.
Oh, she shaved today. She shaved
today.
today. Okay, got it.
I don't think so. It might be a little stub, but
We're down to the last 5 minutes of the show, and
Talk to him. Talk to his thing.
yeah, because I'm gonna eventually go back in my room after I get another cup of coffee.
so we needed a laugh, and I'm glad she brought it up because, like I said, there's specifics about that I have no idea. I could be wrong, and I probably am. And so if you know, she knows more about what's going on in that situation, but I'll just say, speaking broadly and generally, it is fucking stupid.
Like I told Martha,
after a parent dies, why would you fight over material possessions? The best thing died. It's gone forever.
And I know what also bothers Martha is that Joe did not get a hold of her to let her know that our mother passed.
Yeah.
She had to find it out through somebody else.
What they do to you? When your mom died, what they do to you?
Yeah, Charlene, yeah. And see, and that's why he wanted me to be able to be there and do it.
Well, I'm just gonna short circuit that and say that there's a lot of fucking drama going on in the family. Always has been. And me being the third party, the casual observer, I step back. It's like, y'all do what the fuck you gotta do. Leave me out of it.
No, see, that's what
like I told her. Martha,
yeah. Don't drag me into your shit because there's legality that's going on. If there's legality, you got to go by what the courts say. You have to.
The one bad thing is my brother was stupid and left fucking receipts there. So she knows how much he spent on the boat. She knows how much he spent on this and spent on that.
Right. Well.
I have nothing to do with it. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I don't know much about it either. I'm just sorry that your mom passed away.
And then I gotta go through that crap I am.
Well, we did have some good times with her, though.
Yeah. We did. I remember sitting outside. I'd have my phone on playing music, church music, and it'd be sitting right up on her shoulder where she could hear it really good. And she'd be sitting there tapping her feet,
clapping her hands,
singing.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't, you couldn't hear her sing, but she would
hum it.
Let her talk now, 3 minutes.
She would like lip sync it.
Oh.
But not enough to where you could even see her mouth move.
All right, good. 3 minutes.
But yeah, we were I would say the high point of last week was going to Saginaw to see my niece yesterday. And I'm still she looks so much like my brother Wayne that it's amazing. But she is beautiful, and she's shy, and she smiles a lot, you know, which is great. I love seeing smiles. But we're trying to, you know, get her to kind of cut loose a little bit, come out of her shell. It's like we don't bite, you know, we're just as human as everybody else. You know, she came up, gave me a hug, and yeah, it was just great, you know, to see her after all these years. But it was like the high point of the week, other than, you know, hanging out with my brother Wayne. Before that, on Friday, we went to Granny's Kitchen in Oakley, had fish dinner, all you can eat, but I couldn't eat it all. I had to bring mine home because of the fact that I had eaten prior to going over to Granny's Kitchen. So, but it was, you know, it was a good week, and it was kind of a blah week. I went out. We did go out to Billy's last week. Dad and I did. I don't know if I'm going this week. I doubt it. I don't know if it's going to depend on how things go. Yeah, financially, I'm not even sure. My buddy Kenny was out there last week, and he doesn't really ask me if I'm coming out to Billy's anymore. I don't know. Maybe he's just because I don't answer him. Well, I can't give a definitive answer if I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if Dad's going to go. I don't even know if I'm going to go.
Sorry on that note.
But I have no idea what's going on this week other than
say peace out, guys, and be safe. And if you're traveling, be careful because it's nasty out there in some place.
Yeah.
Peace out again.
It's supposed to warm up this week, and all the snow is going to go bye-bye.
Have a good day, everybody.
So, Dad, any final words?
Yeah. Have a good night. Have a good day.
A good night? It's like 4:00.
Have a good day.
Well, I guess it would be night. It'd be considered
evening. Check on them. And tell your loved ones that you love them. Because you might not have a next chance.
Yeah, there may not be a next time. So that's going to wrap it up for this week's edition of the Sunday Video Update. Didn't have any issues with trolls coming into the chat log, but I also didn't have anybody come in to say hi. And I was being as friendly as possible. And this week I could actually talk, and I wasn't dealing with sinus drainage and sinus issues, so I could actually get out a complete sentence. But we have actually surpassed the 4 o'clock hour, because it is 4 o'clock right on the dot. And I will be here next week, Sunday, March 20th, 3 o'clock Eastern time, same channel, same time. And yeah, goofy. Yeah. We love you. We hope you have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Peace out. Take care of yourselves and enjoy the sunshine.